Well, hey, this is your old friend Homer down here on the farm. How y'all doing? Got this little harp here, little mouth harp here. Y'all want to hear it? Hang on a minute. How'd you like that? Wasn't that good? Anyway, I just thought I'd check in with you and let y'all know how things are going down here on the farm. Everything's okay. Me and Hermina's okay, and Uncle Irvin and Aunt Sulu's okay. Everything's all right, I reckon, far as I know down here. It's been a hot summer, hot. Woo-wee, it's hot. But it'll be wintertime here before you know it, and everybody will be complaining about how cold it is, yeah. Listen, we were sitting around out on the porch after supper, sipping a little iced tea, and I asked Aunt Sulu how Uncle Heeb and Aunt Petty was doing. Uncle Heeb and Aunt Petty. Uncle Heeb Floss, actually his name was Heebner, but they called him Uncle Heeb, and his wife was Aunt Petty, but her name was Pettifor Floss, and somehow or another they was kin to us, but they were good people. They lived way down yonder at the end of the gravel road down there, way off down there. And he had a little farm down there, and they nicknamed him Smelly. Smelly Floss. And I got to studying about that, and I thought I'd ask Aunt Sulu why they called Uncle Heeb Smelly. You know, that was his nickname. And she said, well, he had a problem, you know, with the way he smelled. It was pretty bad, see. He raised hogs, and he raised onions, and he raised garlic down there on the farm. He did pretty good, made pretty good money, you know, selling all that there. He went everywhere in a bicycle. On a bicycle, he'd ride that bicycle around, and the old grocery store down there in town let him have a couple of little grocery carts, you know, them metal grocery carts, and he cut the bottoms off of them and put one of those grocery cart baskets on the front of his bicycle, and put that other top of that cart on the other end of his bicycle, so he could carry stuff, see, when he'd go to town to sell his onions and garlic and stuff. And so, anyway, he had a situation here a while back. I was going to tell you, they had a whole bunch of kids, you know, and we always wondered how Aunt Petty kept having babies because he smelled so bad. But we found out that about 2 or 3 times a year, she'd stand him out in the yard, and she'd pour a dishwashing detergent all over him and make him go down there and waller around in the minnow pond and wash off. And, you know, he'd smell pretty good for a day or two. And we noticed also that, you know, once or twice a year when she'd make him go down to the minnow pond and wash off, that wasn't long after that, she, you know, would come up expecting another baby, you see. So we always wondered about that. But anyway, that's sort of the way it happened, you see. Anyway, the situation was, this particular day, he had loaded a bunch of onions and garlic on his little carts there on his bicycle, and had a bunch of pork chops and ribs, you know, from them hogs, loaded up there on his cart, and he was going to go off to town to sell them, see. So he was going down the road there, and somehow or another he hit a rut in the road and went off the road and hit a tree. It was terrible. As far as I know, he's all right, but they come along there, and there he laid on the side of the road up against a tree, out cold, one hand on his handlebar and one hand on his onions, and he was out cold, see. Well, they loaded him up in the back of the pickup truck and got him over there to the hospital over there in town, you know. and he smelled so bad, they sent somebody over to the hardware store to get one of them little plastic, kiddie, swimming pool and put it out there in the parking lot and filled it up with water and soap and flopped him over in there and rolled him around real good and got him to smelling fairly decent before they could take him in the hospital to help him out. But he was okay. They got him in there and got him fixed and got him took care of. And some of them took up a collection and got him a new bicycle there. So I reckon he was all right, far as I know. But anyway, that was kind of a rough situation that he had there. And but they got him back to the house, got him loaded up on the front porch, and they took off, left him on the porch, bless his heart. And he was so cleaned up from going to the hospital during that time. She let him come in the house. She had built a little shack, or they had built a little shack out there by the house for him to stay in most of the time. But this particular time, they had him smelling so good from the hospital, he went in the house and visited with her and all the other kids and everything. Well, it wasn't long till she come up expecting again, see. But anyhow, I reckon they're all right, far as I know. We hadn't been down there in a long time. We don't go in the house. We usually just stand out in the yard and talk to them, because of that situation. But anyway, they're okay, far as I know. We hope y'all are okay and you're doing good, and we love you now. Just wanted to catch you up on what was going on down here on the farm, and y'all be careful, be safe, and as far as I know, everything's okay here, and so we'll talk at you later, okay? Bye.